Hello, it's the Green Frog from Normandy. I'm proud to be the Green Frog. I'm back. Well, today's a celebration. Celebration because my version of the BBNN, that's a black box neural network, eventually, because we can't say it has a neural network included, because we haven't been able to make it small yet, but it will be in the next version. So what we're doing right now, and I'm going to reveal a bit more because the V2 is out today. First of all, here's my signal on the black box. You can see 108% growth, 91% win factor, 296 trades. Now, let me remind you that this signal has both my EAs on it. They work very well together. So BBSO, scalper, and they're only on euros. So imagine if you use the 13 new pairs that we've taken a long time to basically we use the neural system, which is now on a big computer at my programmer's place, a huge computer, and we've basically isolated the best pairs. Now, what was, well, in a way disappointing, but probably normal. As you know, I call myself the king of range trading because I believe in range trading rather than because the market that basically ranges 75% of the time, and I think you can make a living just on ranging and not forget the trend. But it's unfortunate because I see really big trends like yesterday on Japan. And now we have a trend module. What we've done is basically use the neural system to decide on 13 new pairs, which we've optimized and put in the V2 version. Now, I'm very proud because we went through the whole MT4 system. So, the reason I'm here and taking all these horrible comments and things like that and not having my own site is to protect you, the consumer, and to protect me also because their encryption is second to none, so it's very difficult to copy. Whereas if you put yourself on a private site, but the main reason I take all this abuse, and there are very few people out there that do. If you look at all the famous people talking on the internet, everything's nice, pristine, clean. They have their studios. Anybody says anything wrong is wiped off. Not my case. I get attacked by the mob constantly because I'm a Westerner, and you can guess why. And I don't like the Westerners walking on their bread earners, I guess. Now, let me show you something about the signal. Now, first of all, let's go through this again. I started signal with $50 to show that my EA worked on $50, okay? So I have been adding a little bit of more money, and I'm not ashamed of that, and I think that's perfectly normal. As I explained the allegory in New York, if you go to Fidelity and you have a Series 7 advisor and you want to put $10,000 in a fund, he'll say, well, put a little bit now, and I'll call you when there's drawdowns and we'll put more in the fund, which is exactly what I'm doing, and it's the only way to make good money, okay? You can plunk 10,000 in an account and hope for the best, but there are times every EA, every trading has bad days, and you want to have cash available. So it's better keeping some cash available. I will grow this signal to $10,000, promise, and I will keep the. You can see we've already got 5 months here. And the only reason this month was down is when I started playing around with V2 prototypes. So the V2 prototype is here, but also for the descending people, because you can't see this unless you subscribe. Let me show you what's in the signal. Okay, you've got quite a lot of winners here. Why haven't I taken them? Because I think the dollar's going lower. So at any time I could make this thing really pop. Okay, remember that. But I'm not doing it because I'm just letting the EAs play around at the moment and keeping a fairly steady course here, but I could really make this jump if I took out all these positions. Be aware of that. Trolls! Aware of that. Because you can't see that. You can't see that. So the real reason I'm here today is to show you, I'm going to reveal a little bit more about BBNN since we have V2 out. Let me say what is the difference. Well, first of all, what does BBNN do? BBNN I have reduced things to absolute simplicity. I believe the market either ranges 75% of the time or trends 25% of the time. And my biggest struggle has been with the trending. It's very hard to pick up trends. You get a lot of false starts, etc. This is my pattern EA. Which I'm proud of, and someone once said it was a waste of time. Well, I don't think it's a waste of time. It's on a Chinese toy mode. By the way, I'm offering this program for free to anybody who buys the BBNN. Might not be as pretty as that because you have to add a few things, but everything that's been done here can be done. You got the main program, but then you got to put it in Chinese mode, and so you can have many patterns. Usually it will have only one pattern, so you can look at the color here and say, okay, look at this. You got a lot of black swans on the euro, and this is the spot where the BBSO would have come in. Look at that. Is that a beautiful spot for a little bit of a spike up? But I'm still not completely convinced harmonics is working totally right now because you've got such a downward trend on the dollar. It's difficult. And what are we here on 1 hour charts? We could put this on 4 hours. It's showing a bottom, and this is a black swan. So usually it's a pretty good pattern. And also the institutional, the COT report, the Commitment of Traders report, is showing that after 8 weeks of shorting the dollar, some institutions are taking profits. Okay, there's a little bit of profit taking, so you could see some spikes up, but I think overall the dollar's still going down. I think it will reach one day, or very close to it. This program also has my 10 different Renko time frames on it using ATR. That's why you can use time on it if you use ATR, and it's showing definitely Renko down, down, down. No upward movement to be expected. Look at that here, how I anticipated the Trump. This is Trump Day. How I anticipated that. But, okay, now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is an account. This is my little account that has not functioned very well because I've lost some money on it. Well, I haven't lost money, so it's got a bit of a drawdown. So I decided to put my V2, okay, BBNN on it. So it's only been a couple of days, and this is going to be the experiment. Now I'm showing you what the V2 does. This is how it looks. You can see here, and you can already see a 78% win factor since I've put it on. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's it's saying version 1, but it's actually version 2. That was one of my prototypes. I just forgot to write it in, but I know it's version 2. Don't worry. And here we have also, now we're on Japan, and what's the hit factor on Japan? 75% win rate. Look at that. These are my favorite pairs. On Australian, we have 0% win rate. That's probably because I need to change the spread here, because I don't think it's done. It doesn't look like it's done any trade on the Australian. So this is why I've added here the spread, average spread, all that. You can you have this add max spread function. This is the new EA now. You have the add max spread function. Yeah, here it is. So you could put 2 here, for instance, because it's not catching a lot of trades, because the Australian has a larger spread. So this is my BBNN. So what it does, basically, you see here, no, for time, it uses a GMT offset, and we've done 5-year back tests, and found, these are my favorite pairs, by the way, Euro, Japan, Australian dollar. Okay, these are the best pairs. Supposed to be GDP has been selected as one of the best. It optimizes the best, but I'm still a little bit scared of GDP. I don't know. I'm still waiting a bit. I've got enough action on the euro. So here, what I'm going to try and do is bring this account back up with my EA without trying to intervene myself. I did some bad personal trades on it. It's a small account, and it's also my latest. Well, I'll tell you, it's Xness, and I'm very happy with ECN now. So I'm basically moving away from market making accounts and going into ECN. And I think I'll probably boost this one up because my main big accounts are on ECN. So, we don't want that. So anyway, this is what is happening right now. So Celebration Day, I don't want to give too much away because last time I gave more than enough. There's so much information on my robots. I have 70 videos. There is no one that has as much information as me. I mean, people are selling robots for 1,500 with just one page and nobody's attacking, nobody's saying anything about it. Just one page of back test and a very vague explanation of what it does, and it's selling for 1,300. Go and explain that to me, and who's buying it, and how it's working. I have no clue. This one's still at a very reasonable price, given that I'm going to make this the best bot there is possible, because time is running out, and I don't want to be in the screen all in front of my life, all my life all the time. So if I can finance the best bot for me here, and if other people can, who want to join me, my friends, I don't care if I don't sell a single one. I've already got, quite a few people who bought it. It's $500 now. It'll probably go to 1,000 by the time I get the neuron system in, because I don't know if you realize how much a neuron system takes to program. I'm not programming it myself. I have an engineer who has 8 years experience, but it's a lot of sweat, and not going to give it away. I don't care if I don't sell a single one. So either you participate in this project. No use coming and trolling me and trying to discourage me, and coming from the competition, being paid and all that. I heard all sorts of rumors. I'm getting better now. I'm not as sensitive as before. I'm not even going to talk about it. I got another person banned permanently, which I'm very happy. Some more are going to come. They come under different names. It's usually the same people, and I think it's a gang type thing. I mean, obviously I'm taking away the livelihood of some people, and I'm from the West, and this is not usually the case in programming. Okay? MT4 being the biggest currency platform in the world. I like being there, and I like the way they're really tough on me and the tests they give. And if somebody wants to call me anything they want, well, I refer you to all the tests. I'll tell you what happened on V2, for instance, very interesting. They said, well, I had put restrictions because we've only optimized 13 pairs, and they said, well, you can't put restrictions on anything. So, okay, took off the restrictions. And then, some of the writing wasn't proper, so I had to change that. And then they said, well, we've tested it and the optimization is too slow. So we had to speed up the optimization. That was quite a bit of work. And then I added a TP, a custom TP, that put us back in the queue, and they're backed up. And then the big surprise, they said, well, it doesn't optimize gold. I said, wait a minute, this is not made for gold. This is very dangerous for people to use gold. Ah, yes, but the EAs must work on everything now. So I hope it's the same for everybody. Anyway, it's passed all the tests, the machine validations, the moderators. They've looked at it for weeks. They've tested it 100 times. I'm very happy it's passed V2. I'm going to take a break from updates right now, but I can tell you that we are working on the neural system. It's a big project, and this is going to be self-correcting, okay? Imagine, okay, let me just tell you about how it, for instance, works on the trender. The trend is, without giving anything away, it's the opposite of a martingale. He'll do about 4 orders that rotate. I'm going to speak really fast, that way you won't understand what's going on.